everybody, today I'm going to show you how to paint your nails perfectly, and I'm just basically going to show you how to apply nail polish in such a way that it's going to look perfect, and if you get the technique right then your nail polish will look lovely. So first of all I have applied my base coat and I've used my number 17 strengthening base coat and I've let that dry, and now I'm going to apply my colour. And today I'm using Nail Polish by Nails Ink, and it was one of the ones that was given away recently with Diet Coke, and it's called New York. So I'm just going to open the bottle and I'm going to sweep one side of the brush up the side of the bottle just to get rid of any excess, and I'm going to use the other side of the brush to paint my nail. So first of all I'm going to press the brush down on my nail slightly away from the cuticle, and then I'm going to slide the brush towards the cuticle but not onto it, and then I'm going to apply the nail polish down the nail. Then I'm going to do the same at each side. Like so, and I'm going to try and leave a little gap down each side of the nail. So I'm going to do that again on the next nail and try and show you a bit better. So I'm going to wipe one side of the brush off, and then I'm going to place the brush on the nail away from the cuticle, and I'm going to push the brush up towards the cuticle to give me a nice straight line, but I'm not going to go over the cuticle, and then I'm going to sweep down each side of the nail. I just need a little bit more polish on there. And remember to always use downward strokes down the nail, and to try and do it in as few strokes as possible. So again, coming up to the middle nail, I'm going to push the brush on, slide it up towards the cuticle but not onto the cuticle, and then straight down the nail, and then just down each side. And if you apply it like that, you'll get a much more professional look and a professional finish to your nails. So again, press the brush on to the nail, slide it up towards the cuticle but not on the cuticle, and then drag it down the length of the nail, and then do one stroke on each side. And it's hard to do it in 3 strokes, but if you can do it in 3, 4, or 5, but just remember that the more strokes you do, the more messy it's going to be, so the least number of strokes is the best. And remember to start at the furthest away nail and work across the nails, so that my hand isn't going to smudge each nail as it goes past it. And then finish with your thumb. And again, just press the brush onto the nail, slide it up towards the cuticle but not onto the cuticle, and then drag the colour down the nail. And you get a nice even line at the cuticle end. It's not messy and it's not on the cuticles. If you paint onto your cuticles, it does tend to leave a bit of a mess. So I'm just going to do the other hand now. And you'll just see how much of a professional look that gives to my nails. Like so. And then if you need another coat, just go ahead and do another coat. This nail polish is actually very, very pigmented, and you could get away with one coat. But I'm going to go ahead and do another coat. And just try to follow the shape of the nail that you've already painted before, and just drag the brush straight down the nail. Like that, and you can see I probably didn't really need another coat, but it's nice to have two coats. Just gives it a more professional finish and it makes it last a bit longer. Now this is a glossy nail polish and you don't really need a top coat with this if you don't want to apply one, but if you do want to apply one, then just go ahead and do it. You can see how shiny that is, so I wouldn't bother with a top coat with this polish, but that's down to personal choice. So if you follow my tips and apply the nail brush onto the nail, slide it up gently towards the cuticle but not onto the cuticle, then drag it down and do your strokes down the nail, and down, starting in the middle and then one to each side, and then you'll get a professional looking nail polish like that. So thank you for watching everyone, and don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.